balance. I want to expand upon something that I started a few weeks ago when I was talking about dialogue being a conversation with a center, not sides. And so I want to talk about how we make that work. And it's called Balancing Advocacy and Inquiry, right? So I want to advocate my thinking as much as I inquire about yours and creating balance there. Again, still offering to the center to create our ideas and to come to clear and shared understanding. This is all part of taking responsibility to pursue solutions and building collaboration on the spiral. So in advocacy, I want to share what I'm thinking and why I'm thinking that, what's behind what I'm saying, right? I want to do that. And I want to do that in a way that I also know that there could be a lot more information that I'm missing, right? So when I'm sharing this, I may have confidence in what I'm saying, but I also need to realize there's probably more to this story, correct? And then I also need to test my conclusions, right? And so I can say, what do you have to add to that? What other information do you have that might actually contradict what I'm saying or reinforce what I'm saying, in order to keep those lines of communication open between the folks involved in the conversation. When I'm seeking to hear from others, which I remember, you want to balance that, I am asking them to share what they're thinking, right? And where is that coming from? And so I ask a lot of questions. And you'll notice that questions, remember I talked about questions really being the key to spiraling up. Statements are spiraling down, questions are spiraling up. And you ask those questions that help me understand what's leading you to this, so that I know what's behind all that. The more information we have, the better decisions we make, the better reactions we have, the better responses we have. And so creating a lot of information in the process of pursuing solutions, right, and collaborating. When you reach impasses, where there seems to be disagreement, which disagreement is plenty okay. Conflict around ideas is a really, really, really good thing, right? It allows for the idea to get better. And we can do this with grace, with compassion, and with empathy, right? It's not that hard. We just have to come from that perspective in our own mindset. But when we come to an impasse, we have to turn back to things like what are the facts that we're working with versus our assumptions? And if we've got these assumptions, what's leading us to that? Because it might be misguided one way or the other, right? But we have to have that conversation. Asking things like, what is it? Where are we on agreement? Where are we on disagreement? So we know where we're at. I mean, have you ever had one of those conversations where you get to talking and realize you're really on the same side? You're just missing each other's point. This gives you that opportunity to find that without creating interpersonal conflict, the mean-spirited, where it feels really icky. Instead, you're just debating an idea, right? This balancing advocacy and inquiry. And again, this is a dialogue concept from both William Isaacs, which I gave you his book before, and Peter Senge. And again, I'm going to share how old I am. So Peter Senge wrote a book called The Fifth Discipline back in the late 80s and early 90s maybe. A long time ago, before some of you were born. And if you use his field book, the Fifth Discipline Fieldbook, I'll put it in the notes, by the way. This is some of the stuff that comes out of that. These are some of the exercises that he talks about when he talks about balancing advocacy and inquiry. So I really want to encourage you to explore those kinds of dialogue skills. And if you get an opportunity to grow yourself in that arena, take advantage of it, because it's those kinds of skills that make us really, really good at spiraling up. So I'm just going to leave you with that. Balance advocacy and inquiry. Have a conversation with center, not sides. Have a fantastic week. Peace.